Grace, and this is my review of Light and Dark, The Awakening of the Mageknight by D.M. Fife. Light and Dark is a jam-packed book. My summary will only scratch the surface of what this book has in it and what's it about. This book follows a kid who's 13 years old. His name is Danny, and he's starting 8th grade. You know, he's worried about like boy-girl bully stuff, you know, teenagers worry about. And in the story, him and his friends play these card games against dark and light and the knights and everything like that. But then he meets this new girl who shows him that dark and light are actually really fighting in real life, and that these cards are just a replica of what's really taking place. And so then he is tested and he gets to go to this school to train to become an actual knight. I'm giving this book a 4.5 read rating. This book was so magical, it takes you on a ride, and it was wonderful. This book is like Harry Potter and Percy Jackson put together. It's wow, it's so good. This book is definitely not a book to read when you're like around a lot of people who are making a lot of noise. There's a lot of details that you want to make sure that you're catching up on, and there's a lot of different people and places and things that you just need to be able to take it all in to read. Whenever I read a book about a different world, I'm trying to get it to take me to someplace else. I'm trying to think about it and see it and everything. And there were just so many crazy things. There was like crazy names, and there was, you know, these structures, and it was just so great image-wise. And that's why I'm saying that you have to be able to take it all in and really read what what you're seeing, because if you're half in the book and half doing something else, you'll miss something that was so great, that this author took the time to really make sure that what you're reading, you can see it too. There was one thing that, with these kids going to another world, I thought was a little bit off, where sometimes they would be talking, but they would talk as if they were like squires from England or Scotland, and I wanted them to be, dulled down so that they would always continue to be these 8th graders from America who, are saying like, what's up, and why we gotta do that, and stuff like that, because these kids, are teenagers, and in teenage world, you say, cool dude, what's happening, and things like that. My 3 W's. Firstly, who would I recommend this book to? I would definitely recommend this book to anybody from, elementary school, middle school to young adult, past adult. It was a really great read. I think that for people who are adults that read young adult books, you will definitely like this book because you can take in all the imagery really easily. But for kids, you might have to explain this to them. But it's just like Harry Potter, and Harry Potter had a lot of things that you had to be able to see and understand. And so I think that if you read this to your kid, then they will understand it and they'll love it. They'll love it so much. If they like magic, fantasy, they will love this book so much. Then number 2, would I share this book with a friend? I would definitely share this book with a friend. Like, oh my gosh, I was already thinking about, while I was reading this book, I was like, oh my gosh, my sister will need to check this book out. Like, I was thinking of all these people who I was like, who can I get this book to next? Because it is so great. The imagery, I'm a really big fantasy magic person, and so for this book, it was just like all over the place. I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and I loved it so much. W number 3. Would I read this book again? I don't know that I would read this book again. I might skim over it again, but I'm really pushing for a new book. I'm ready to read the next book in this series. I'm ready for it to happen because, oh my gosh, it wasn't like we left at a cliffhanger or anything like that, but I'm just ready, when you're in this whole world and then all of a sudden you have to go back to real life. I was ready for more of this. And so I will definitely be telling people about this book. I'm ready for somebody to illustrate this book so I can have the cards, which I'm not a geek or anything, but I want the cards, you know, like I want to be able to see these characters that I've been reading about. And some people, you know, they don't want to see that, they don't like to see the movie and the book, but seriously, this, oh my gosh, where are the producers, because this could be a great movie. So with that being said, if you want to check out this book, which you should, I'm not forcing you, but you should. If you're on my YouTube channel right now, all of the links will be down there, as well as ways to contact me. If you want to leave a comment, you're welcome to, but also there will be ways to send me your suggestions. I really hope you check out this book. You really need to. It's amazing. Anyway, happy reading. Bye.